Talk about the secret that Bank of America has been keeping in that is now leaking out to the public about XRP and what happens next for Ripple, for XRP, and the entire crypto market. So Bank of America CEO just said this.
It's pretty clear there's going to be a stable coin, which is going to be a fully dollar-backed, type of thing, which is no different than a money market fund with check access, is no different than a bank account, really. And so if they make that legal, we'll go into that business. So you'll have a Bank of America coin and a US dollar deposit, and we'll be able to move them back and forth because now it hasn't been legal for us to do it, but it's just done like another foreign currency. The question of what it's useful for is going to be interesting.
So Bank of America has been on the RippleNet committee since 2016. In this recent interview on Fox Business, David from Sound Planning Group said this about Bank of America and XRP.
Another one you like is Ripple. You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them, and basically the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it, and there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. So
the cynics, though, tell me only put as much in this space as you're willing to lose. Effectively, as of now, some people say it feels like a casino. Do you agree with that?
The best example I have is this. Don't not get involved with something. Do whatever you would do for a nice weekend away with your spouse.
Okay.
And instead of doing that weekend, maybe put that in crypto. Here's what I'll tell you, 3 to 5 years from now, you either made some real money or you just lost one weekend together. Not a big deal.
I know, but I could have had that vacation,
You
right,
could have had a
David?
vacation or you made your retirement.
Well said. Okay, maybe that's a bet I'm willing to take.
And so that thinking right there from this host is what the vast majority of Americans are thinking. They want short-term temporary gratification rather than delayed gratification, because if you're investing in something that takes a few years to appreciate and you have to wait and you have to sacrifice little things like going out to the bars and drinking every single weekend, going on these little vacations, not buying those new pair of golf shoes or the new set of golf clubs or those new skis or that new boat. Instead, investing in your future by buying the technology of the future, well, that's how you're able to buy 50 boats, a new home, thousands of shoes, a vacation every month, because you're actually reprogramming your mind for what's important to you, and long-term wealth is much better than short-term fleeting temptations. So if Ripple's technology and XRP is going to be the track that everything runs on in the future, Bank of America has this patent describing a system that uses Ripple's technology to settle transactions in real time. But how the patent works is simple. The system receives transaction records. It assesses a distributed ledger. It determines the net position, and it records the transaction record. And the goal of this patent is real-time settlement. You can see through Ripple's distributed ledger technology and their interledger protocol, there's a strong case to be made that it's going to rely on Ripple and allow banks to conduct not only real-time settlements, but FX trading, eliminating the need for accounts at partner institutions and settlements, allowing pre-funding options, and allowing cross-border payment processing between different currencies. So this would be using Ripple's protocol with Bank of America acting as a validator node. And so in this Fox Business interview that I just shared with you, that's what he was referring to right here. But there's 82 other blockchain-related patents, more than any other US financial firm. Now, what are they waiting for? Well, that's clear regulation. So the US Senate Banking Committee will be holding a hearing to discuss the legislative frameworks for digital assets. Here's what you need to know. This is the first step towards bipartisan legislation, and we'll hear from experts who will shape policy on market structure and stablecoins. So stay tuned for the replays from the live stream. We're going to be covering those on this channel for you guys. Yes, this is a massive deal, and this is happening right now. Senator Cynthia Lummis posted this 7 minutes ago as she gets ready for this. And if you guys go to Banking GOP on Twitter, in the next 15 minutes, I'm recording this video at 2:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could check it out 2:30 p.m. By the time this video comes out, it's probably already going on right now. So you can watch live on X, YouTube, and other committees' websites. Just go check them out right here at Banking GOP. Also, make sure you follow our account at Bullrunners HQ. There's 2 days left to see if XRP will hit $5. Maybe something crazy will happen within the next few days before March 1st. If it happens, we'll give away 100 XRP to one person who likes this post and is following us. Because on Twitter, you guys will see more live, real-time stuff that's taking place in the market, because these YouTube videos take a lot longer to make. So Twitter is where you want to stay up to date with us. Look at this. Coinbase just posted this saying the first resolution in our case. Next is clear rules for crypto.
This legal precedent is very important to make sure that we can't revisit this issue again, or a future SEC administration can't revisit it again. But what we really need to do in the United States to get regulatory clarity is to have Congress pass legislation. And that's going to have a couple of key components to it. There's already some stablecoin draft legislation being discussed in Congress. That's an important piece, so we can have a digital dollar that preserves America's reserve currency status. We also need to get token classification, or market structure, some people call it, which is essentially just clarifying which of these crypto assets are commodities, securities, payment tokens, artwork, or something else, so that we know how it should be regulated. And if we can get those, the third one I would say would be a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I think that would be an important asset for the United States.
So this is all happening, and it's only a matter of time. So patience and long-term delayed gratification rather than short-term temporary pleasures of going out and like buying new shoes, new clothes, vacations with your money because you're scared of short-term volatility. Look, if you can't handle the short-term volatility, then you don't deserve the gains that come at the euphoria stage of the market. Because if you get shaken out that easily on a little measly 20% dip, then you're not built for this. Work your job for the rest of your life. Crypto is not for you. You don't belong here. But if you can stomach those drops and you can emotionally handle red days like this or weeks like this in the market, then you're going to make a killing. Look at this. The SEC dropped their Uniswap investigation. So with the new head of the SEC chair, they're dropping against Coinbase, they're dropping against Uniswap. What do you think they're going to do about the Ripple lawsuit? It's inevitable, guys. It's going to be over. So ECB advisor says Bitcoin has no real economic need, dismissing Bitcoin reserves due to volatility and speculation risks. But everyone knows which blockchain the European Union will work with. Well, on the Digital Euro Association, they partnered with Ripple back in 2022 during the bear market. They're certainly going to work on stablecoins, which is essentially just a way to make payments more efficient, running on the new ISO 20022 standard by the end of this year in November for all banks globally. So this is why you just have to be careful who you listen to. For example, Michael Saylor, he's known as a big Bitcoin bull. That's all he talks about. He holds billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy's valuation is pretty much determined on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does well, his company does well. So he has an ulterior motive to talk down about everything else in the industry. For example, listen to what he said right here.
There's no second best crypto. Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Now, why is it the best crypto asset? Because it's increasingly clear that no other crypto token is going to achieve institutional acceptance this decade. Bitcoin is the only crypto that's going to cross the chasm. You could see the writing on the wall when the spot ETF of Bitcoin was approved in January. By the end of May, you'll know that Ethereum is not going to be approved. And when Ethereum is not going to be approved, sometime this summer, it'll be very clear to everyone that Ethereum is deemed a crypto asset security, not a commodity. After that, you're going to see that Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, everything down the stack is just a crypto asset security unregistered. None of them will ever be wrapped by a spot ETF. None of them will be accepted by Wall Street. None of them will be accepted by mainstream institutional investors as crypto assets. This is the one universal consensus accepted institutional grade crypto asset in the world.
So this is the perfect meme right here. Just what? Because he's clearly wrong about all of it. To use absolutes like that and say none of them will be, well, Ethereum ETF got approved, so he's 100% wrong. Verifiable fact, not an opinion. He's calling XRP a security. Verifiable fact, he's wrong. And Donald Trump's World Liberty Fi has been stacking Ethereum over the past week. They purchased roughly 1,500 ETH in the last 7 days. So it feels like they know something that the vast majority of investors don't know. So this is why I'm more bullish on altcoins than I am on Bitcoin. Even though I think Bitcoin will still do well this bull run, I just don't think there's that much more upside compared to something like XRP. And I'll explain why by the end of this video, so keep watching. Cointelegraph just posted this saying Bitcoin's Wyckoff pattern suggests a 100K retest. And a similar setup in 2024 led to a 40% rally. So will history repeat itself as we go from this spring to the test, jump across the creek, and then explosion to a new all-time high?